Hi there, I'm Eli Sipka, and this is the Apatros Review. Now in this episode we take a look at another film from the Asylum. The Asylum, listed on the end credits as the Global Asylum Incorporated, as on many of their films, is one of the most prolific independent production companies in Hollywood history. Formed in the mid to late 1990s, the Asylum started out making low-budget genre films before hitting upon the idea of making cheap knockoffs of big-budget Hollywood films, which was exactly what the Turks and the Italians were doing from the 1970s to the 1980s. And the Italians and the Turks did it better. The Asylum's modus operandi was to go through the entire process of initial concept to finished product within the space of a single month, usually on a budget of about $250,000 per movie. These mockbusters would then be invariably released direct-to-video, landing onto the shelves of your favorite video store with a title designed to very closely mimic the title of whatever film it is ripping off, done so in order to fool unsuspecting customers into renting it thinking they were getting the real deal, and the distinctive layout that the Asylum used for their DVD covers, which has become so iconic that a seasoned DVD veteran will be able to detect an Asylum movie from 100 paces. My dog Gino. In the case of Alien vs. Hunter, this was the Asylum mockbuster version of the Alien vs. Predator movies, specifically Alien vs. Predator Requiem. It is worth noting that most films that end up getting targeted for an Asylum mockbuster tend to fail at the box office themselves, so any self-respecting film director would be shitting their pants upon hearing that those inmates of the Asylum have chosen their movie to mockbust. While I've always considered AVP2 to be a surprisingly decent movie, provided you watch it with the remote control on standby to boost contrast on your TV to allow you to fully appreciate the monster action, Alien vs. Hunter turned out to be an unmitigated disaster. The director listed on the credits is Scott Harper, but right after the film came out, various personnel involved with the production anonymously emailed various internet critics spreading stories of how utterly incompetent Harper was, and how the assistant directors, in this case Justin Jones and Xavier S. Peslowski, were the ones who actually did the directing. In addition to this, most of the original script penned by Asylum producer David Michael Latt was jettisoned, and much of the film was improvised. I was going to give the film a fair bit of rope for it to prove itself, but upon watching the film for the first time all the way back when it came out on the shelves of the Video Easy in Stockholm's Overall Park in 2007, I found the movie to be just plain awful, as well as being at the time astounded that something this bad was allowed to be released onto DVD. This was the very first time I had seen an Asylum mockbuster, and as the years passed by, I'd gotten accustomed to the Asylum's output. The second mockbuster I saw was Death Races, which was much better than Alien vs. Hunter. Plot-wise, Alien vs. Hunter was just a horribly generic alien monster movie. Two aliens land near a small remote Californian town, one of the aliens being a spider-mantis hybrid creature that promptly starts devouring the townsfolk. The town's writer leads a small group of survivors to the house where his frenemy of a survivalist lives, and together with a small number of other survivalists and other survivors, decides to take the fight to the aliens. As for the second alien, this appears to be a figure in black armor and an upside-down wok for a hat, and a welding mask covering his face. After most of the townsfolk are slaughtered and the spider-mantis alien is killed, the hunter alien returns to his ship, only to remove his mask, revealing himself to be a human from Earth. Apparently the planet this movie was taking place on was a parallel version of Earth that was almost identical to ours, but not quite, and mulling over the possibility of staging another hunt on this parallel Earth, while slamming down cold beer in the smoke. That twist ending could have been decent if handled just right, but the rest of the movie is amateurish to the extreme, with a good dose of the Asylum's infamously cheap CGI effects. The hunter's laser rifle makes a cartoon pew-pew sound that will leave you in stitches. Given that this movie was such a hot mess of a production, you can't expect anything good to come out of this crapola. As such, better to avoid this unless you're an Asylum completist or a hardcore bad movie masochist. Personally, I'm a little bit of both types. More of the latter. No, not really any gore in this one, aside from some entrails here and there and no nudity. And I give Alien vs. Hunter a D-, 1 out of 10. It's atrocious. Now, the film was originally released in Australia on a rental-only DVD from Peacock Films, before getting a reissue from Flashback Entertainment a half-decade later. Neither disc can be faulted in technical quality, but supplement-wise they have nothing to offer. So that's it for that one. Alien vs. Hunter gets a D-, 1 out of 10. It's atrocious. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, comments, or associated with this review subject, give me in the comments, I'll be happy to respond. Hope you guys are staying safe, take it easy, and see you.